Welcome to the channel, and we're on to our next doctor, and he's Peter Capaldi, and his season and that. Hold on, I have to take things out to tell you the stories and that. So, for our first episode, it is deep breath. Now, what happens? The doctor lands on with Clara alone in. Clara is alone in Victoria, London, with a man she doesn't know. A dinosaur in the Thames, and the spots are dangerous. So it spits out the TARDIS, and the doctor's changed, and he can't remember himself and that. And what happens? These creatures, if you can see, I don't know if you can see them on the back, trying to take bits of part of the people's body to build himself. So for our next one, it's Into the Dalek. Now, what happens? The doctor lands on this ship, and he has to a fleet of Daleks surrounding a lone rebel ship, and the doctor can help them now, because they have to go into this Dalek and try and turn him into a good Dalek. And this is the inside the Dalek. And then for our next one is the robots of Sherwood Forest. Now, the Doctor and Claire are transported back to a time of Robin Hood and Sherwood Forest, and not when there's a robot threat, Sherwood Forest and the Doctor must join forces with Robin Hood to stop these evil renegades and the sheriff from Nottingham. And this is where they have to fight these aliens to stop them taking over and destroy. Now, the next one is called Listen. When a ghost from the past and future crowds, this is where the Doctor and Clara are thrown into a adventure that takes them to a very unusual universe of the end. And this is called The Listener. So I'm not sure about that episode. And for our next one, we've got The Time of Heathers. The Doctor turns back a bank robbery when he attempts to break into a mystery. This is the one where he teams up with some people to break into this mystery bank, and every time they can't remember who they are, and he wipes their memory, and in the end they succeed and find out that this creature is being imprisoned and is used to wipe people's minds and that, and the Doctor has to stop him and that. And that is the Hereditary. Now, the next one is called The Caretaker. A terrible is ready to destroy all the humans, and waste any second now. Now, this is where Donna, Pink, and the Doctor are going to meet. This is one I can't remember. I'm not sure about this story because I can't tell you a lot about it, because there's not much telling you about it. And next is the killing of the moon. What happens? They land on this. The Doctor and Clara crash lands on the moon to find the world of horror and a mining base full of and visitors, and there's like creatures trying to destroy it, and the Doctor sends everybody back to Earth. But what happens, it's like an egg, and the egg opens and it comes out this creature. But they think it's the moon will, deteriorate and explode, and then there's another moon. Oh, for our next one is the mummy on the Orient Express. And this is where Clara and the Doctor are taking a trip on the Orient Express to find a deadly mummy killing people. And they only got a few minutes to save till this mummy kills them and takes their life. And the Doctor has to sort of stop the mummy and save the day as he does. And for our next one is Flatline. Now, Clara and the Doctor discover a new mystery from a dimension. I don't know what this one's all about, because the thing is, it only tells you bits on there, and it's all on one disc. Well, there's other discs, but they are in one. And our next one, Into the Forest at Night. So, this is everyone, everywhere is a very land takes back to Earth, and the Doctor discovers the final day of the human arrive. This is another story that I'm not fully up to date with, because they've only got little bits about them, and it don't tell you a lot about them. So I'm telling you what I'm reading and trying to explain. Now, for our last set of stories, The Dark Waits Us. In the mystery world of never plans have been drawn, and Missy is about, this is about Missy and where she turns off, because Missy is the regeneration of the Master, and she's out to force the Doctor to choose. And next, the Doctor encounters his old friend Emily. The death of in heaven, with the Cybermen on the streets of London, and the old foal unten against an old Emily, and the Doctor takes the air, and because what happens, Missy is involved with the Cybermen, and they explode this air, and all the graves open up, and they turn into Cybermen. And one of the Cybermen is Clara's boyfriend, and he helps to destroy the Cybermen and save the day and the Doctor, because Missy's controlling everything in that. And that is our first one of Peter Capaldi's, and this is complete season of season 8. So we go on to our Christmas special, and this is Last Christmas. So this is where the Doctor encounters Doctor and Clara face the Last Christmas trapped in Antarctic base under attack by a terrible creature. Who are you going to call? Santa Claus, because Santa Claus turns up. And these creatures, they're like dream creatures, and they lock onto people's faces and that. And as you can see, the creatures on the back. So this is the Christmas special. Now we go on to our next season, and we're on to season 9. This is the first part of season 9. And we've got the magician. And this is where this magician, if I can, no, there's nothing tells you, is taken over and trying to destroy everybody. And the Doctor has to save the day. The problem with this they're all like, there's a group of 4 episodes, but there's not much information. And the next is the witch's family. It's a bit, for the 9th series, it don't tell you a lot about the stories. And then the lake, under the lake, is a 2-part story, is where the Doctor finds this creature and he's taking over, and the Doctor turns into a zombie and has to and the next one, what links into before the flood, and where it is back on Earth, and where they have to set time and start again. Now the girl who dies. Now this is where I think it is where Clara dies, and that, if I'm right. And the woman who lives. So I don't know if this is where Clara comes back, and because this is a bit, I can't tell you much about this season because it's all mystery, And we go into our next season, part 2 is season 9. Now, this is a 2-part, and it's the invasion of this a creature from the 4th Doctor season, from the Don Baker season, and they was in the 60th anniversary, and this is a 2-part episode where they are taking over, and because the 2 races are living on Earth, there's an evil group who are trying to destroy and invade that. And for our next one, it is because you got the invasion part 1 and the invasion part 2, and Sleep No More. Now, Sleep No More is a mystery one, because there's not much information about it, because I can't tell you much about it. And I think the last one, and then the next one, Face of the Raven. So what happens, one of a friend of the Clara calls Clara back because he's got this number on the back of him, and they find this secret place where aliens are living, and with this number, because he killed someone, he has to get, the Raven tells them, but Clara takes the number and puts it on her, and this is where she gets killed by the Raven. And next we have Heaven Sign and Hell Bent. And this is a 2-part episode. The problem with this season, it doesn't give you information about the episodes. It all ties in with the Doctor and Claire and that, and they show the pictures. So I can't tell you a lot about what episode goes on and the stories behind this one. This is the second part of season 9. Now we come to another Christmas one, 2015, and this is Husband of River Song, and this is where the Doctor takes River Song for a meal, and they get tangled in on a remote human colony, and the Doctor hidden from Christmas carols, and in the end they go to this restaurant where the Doctor and River have a meal and saves the day. Oh, because this creature is out to kill River because she takes this diamond from him. So this is where it all ties up, and there is a companion on there who's like a prisoner. Now for our 10th season, we end up with a new companion. Well, 2 of them, and it is this girl. I can't think of the name at the moment. It's all the episodes. The first one, if you can see anything, no, there isn't writing. So I can't tell you a lot about this. This is Time for a Hero, and there's the pictures of that, because it takes I can't think of a name, because Matt Lucas appears as Nadu with Bill Potts. What happens in the beginning? This woman in this like the water appears, and the Doctor has to save the day, and the different stories. He goes back into time, Victorian time. The Daleks are involved. The Doctor disappears, and Davros is involved in this season because he's dying and that, and the Doctor has to help him and save the day. And as you can see, Missy is in it as well. Now, the problem with this one, I cannot tell you a lot about this season. So that is his 10th one. Now, we come to the Christmas one, and it's called Once Upon a Time. Now, this is where Peter Capaldi meets, this is the 2027 story, and the Doctor meets the original Doctor, and the 12th Doctor meets the first Doctor, and there's like these aliens what are mirror people, and at the same time a captain from the First World War is trapped with them, and Pillpots, who died at the end of season 10, because with season 10 the Cybermen come back, and the original Cybermen are involved in it to do with Mongus. And this is where Philpotts comes back and tells the Doctor that she's not dead. And at the end, the Doctor saves the day, sends this captain who ends up as the Left Beach Stewart, Archibald Left Beach Stewart, and he saves the day. And the original Doctor regenerates, because it starts off with him with his end of his series and that, and it all ties in together, and they both regenerate into their different doctors, and that's for another story. So that is the season of Peter Capaldi's Doctor Who, and I hope you enjoy this little story of the 12th Doctor. And if you enjoy this, please follow me, and I wish you farewell now.